Why would Satan burn you in hell for disobeying the same God he disobeyed?
In Catholic faith, Lucifer is never actually in hell. A thing to keep in mind regarding any question about Satan and hell is that the Bible doesn't say nearly any of what people popularly attribute to them.
If you want a genuine answer, the concept of hell is heavily misrepresented in pop culture but also by the Church itself. Specifically the Catholic Church. My own upbringing and interpretation of the Bible was that Satan is on earth, not in hell, and that hell itself is not a place but an event. The hell most people think of today is based on Dante's Inferno, which is a non-canonical depiction of hell.
I think Satan just gives you a tour and shows you around like in MTV Cribs.
Prove we ain't in hell already.
I grew up Mormon. That was hell.
If you want an actual answer, Satan isn't punishing you for disobeying God. The Bible teaches that everything good comes from God, and hell is simply a place of complete separation from Him. So it's pure torture.
It makes more sense if you redefine hell and heaven with Eastern spirituality. Heaven is freedom from desires and ego, and hell is slave to them. It's not a punishment, it's a choice which we reap the rewards of, for better or worse. The thing is, it's not Satan that makes you burn in hell. Your soul will go directly there and burn with the devil. He tempts you in order to bring you down like it happened to him. Have you ever met someone who hated their own life so much that they wanted to ruin the lives of others? That's what the stereotypical school shooter is. They hate seeing other people prosper while they themselves suffer eternally. So the shooter decides to take those good people away from the world. It's not enough for them to just kill themselves. The idea is the devil wants to punish God by corrupting the people God loves and has the benefit of causing infinite suffering onto a fine person who could have done good things for the world. Going through this thread is actually a pretty good example of how everyone understands the same book differently and why it's absurd to follow any statement within the book as it is. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just not understood by everyone, as evidenced through the replies here. Hence, if you feel XYZ is true, maybe someone else feels ABC is true, and considering neither of you know the truth, best not to fight about it, don't you think? One version of the story is that Satan's sin was to object to God creating humans and commanding the angels to revere us. 1. So by tempting us into sin, he's showing God how unworthy we are, and that he was right all along. And if, a big if, see other comments, he participates in torturing us, it's likely out of hatred for those whose existence caused him to be there in the first place. 1. In some versions, it's because God put humanity above the angels. Prideful, selfish motive. In others, it's because God wanted angels to revere humanity in the same way they do God. And Satan loved God too much to sully his devotion by extending it to us unworthy apes. There are so many inconsistencies in the Bible. I just don't understand how people believe in it. Most religions are the same when it comes to the answer. Satan doomed himself from the start when he disobeyed God. He's not torturing anyone but will be in fact the worst to be tortured in hell. He wants to stray as many people with him as possible to show God that his followers can fall from grace just like he did. In Islam, Iblis, the devil, will be in hell. In fact, he was doomed to be there since he refused to prostrate before Adam. Peace upon him. Or, Satan isn't real so it doesn't matter. From what I remember of my 9 years of Christian schooling and 3 more years of forced religious practice, it's not the devil, Satan, that is explicitly the one who punishes you. Absolutely everything that is not a direct result of free will is God's fault. It's confusing because the Bible and most scriptures are often self-conflicting. But if you take the most common lines, it paints the picture that God designed hell and puts you there if you don't do what he wants. Unless you don't know about God, then you go to limbo for eternity? TL. Doctor, it's not Satan that punishes you. He's just there.
Because none of it's real.
The answer to every religious question is to give more money to your church. Because everything's made up and the points don't matter.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.